Hello everyone, I'm Nina Siniakova, and this is a show between us. We explore the mind of creative world of modern artists, composers, performers, actors. Today I'm in Belgium, in Antwerp, one of the most beautiful cities of this wonderful country, and we have a very special guest, Belgian artist Françoise Vanhecke. Hello, Françoise.
Hello, Nina.
How's it going?
Yes, I'm very happy to be here and that you came from so far away to invite me for an interview in this wonderful place in the gallery of Wouter de Bruycker. So I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to make the premiere of my recital.
That's great.
Yes.
So, pianist, composer, actress, and singer. Of these four, do you have a favorite?
Well, it's difficult, but I am a singer in the first place, yes, but I like to combine the things. So I'm all that one, as we have different capacities, and I'm more than one woman.
Okay, 4 in 1. Always impressive. Yes. Wait a second. So, how does a singer affect actress, composer, and a performer? How does it work?
Well, the interpretation is quite interesting because when I sing, I accompany myself.
Wait, so when you're saying a pianist, you're really singer and pianist, and while you're singing, you're playing on the piano.
That's it.
All right. How did you learn to do that?
Well, I had a formation as a professional pianist in the Royal Conservatory in Ghent.
Okay.
And I have been teaching for more than 10 years professionally. And while I was doing some theater performances, and I had to accompany the others, and while I teach, I also accompany my students. So I said, well, why should I not do it myself? So, and once in a theater production, it came along that I just do it that. But normally when you do pop, rock, and light music, it's more evident.
True. I never thought about it. Yeah. Right? Billy Joel, Elton John, no one ever thinks about it. Of course.
Yes.
Good point.
I saw once Placido Domingo accompany himself once. But that's the only one I saw by accident.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I don't have difficulty singing and playing myself or talking and playing.
Yeah.
But for many people, it's a burden and they can't even understand how we can put two things together.
Yes, and normally like instrumentists, they say, yes, Françoise, and how do you do? It's not possible. I have problems with the rhythm and this and that. How? But once I play, I did it also many times before, also in the New York Women Composers Grant 20 years ago. And once the people is in the audience and the composers, they forget about it. They just listen to the music.
So, well, it's a very special talent you have.
I can't believe that I heard when you said I thought I was kidnapped, injured or dead. You were standing outside on Saturday when the red pickup truck to whisk me away. But from the city I loved and fled, you know where I was, crying in Sunday in bed with Fran.
Tell me, at the very beginning, when you were a girl, when you were just thinking probably becoming a musician, what was the first out of 4, and how did the rest add up eventually, beside the story with the theater?
Well, I started playing the piano.
You were how old when you started playing?
I was about 9-10 years old when I started the piano playing.
What inspired you? Who inspired you? Why piano?
Well, there was a piano at home, and my mother, she played the piano by her ear. She was imitating, and she had a good feeling and a good by ear. So she put the left hand to get the melody accompanied, and so it was normal that I should also play the piano. And then my mother, she bought very nice music from Carmen de Bizet, and then I saw Maria Callas on television. And at school, I was imitating on the playground, playing opera. Oh, Françoise, just do an imitation or just do thing. I'm improvising. So I just enjoyed. And at the swimming pool, I was doing the rubber band was very good. I said some Tarzan things. So when I afterwards did Stripsody by Kette Berbering, I had also to do a Tarzan. So I remembered all my childhood. So that was very inspiring. And
and then later, when did you discover that you can sing, that you can act, and that you can write music?
Well, I also did the 7 years violin, so in between.
Okay.
But then when I was 13 years old, my 12 years old exactly, actually my father was very ill and he died. So I was at school at noon. I could have some rehearsals for my piano lessons. And I started to make some music. And then in the piano lesson, my teacher said, "Oh, Françoise, that music is from what composer?" Oh, I said, "I wrote that." "Oh, next week you write it down, just show me." And then it started at the director of the Conservatory Music Academy. He was a composer teacher, and I was asked to give the music for the other students. So it came like that. And when I was 14, 15 years old, I was asked to take part of a lyric org, to take opera classes. So I immediately found at home. And I never, but I did the studies for voice and piano.
The reason I'm here today is because there is a very special concert happening where a big part of your program is music by New York women composers.
Yes, it is.
How did your collaboration with this organization start?
Oh, that's a long story. It started in 2003, where I got a grant from the New York women composers. And I first did some concerts in Belgium before going to New York. And I even did it in a very important culture center and even for their national radio. And I also implemented some Belgian composers, female composers, and they attended the whole show live. So I had a collaboration with some composers from New York before. And so I had contact with my other performances worldwide. So sometimes I keep the compositions I enjoy, and that I take care also of the audience, because I see, yeah, okay, yes, that's right, I will play it again. So I enjoy, the audience enjoys, and I have my repertoire, and as soon as I have the opportunity, I say, oh yes, I will put it in, I will put it. So I take it with me. So
it's very generous of you.
Sometimes it's in that program, or it is in another program. There's always something, because composers give you music, but in function of my program, I had to decide what shall I take. It mustn't be not too long. For what formation? Piano solo, voice piano, here with voice and electronics, accompaniment by tape. So I had to make a kind of a painting, or like un repas pour manger, a nice plate to eat, and I put some pepper and some crudité and some nice smells in it. And that's it will be here like all the different kinds of paintings you see.
That's very beautiful.
It will be kind of a painting with flowers, like a bouquet of music. And it's so different one over another. But well, I enjoyed to work on it also. That's very important. And I got so, I was so happy to receive all those different types of work from different ages, different generations of female composers. They are all passionate.
Well, that's what they're
Yeah,
doing.
yes,
Definitely,
yes,
aren't we
yes,
all?
yes. I'm very grateful.
And blood gushed from my dreams and built temples when my life was no longer anything.
I have listened to a variety of your performances, and you are interested in presenting music of very different types, from completely crazy improvisations to those light duets for guitar and voice.
Oh yes,
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 of the
yes, yes.
18th century, was it? Or a little
Yes,
earlier,
yes, yes,
right?
yes.
And so, of course, Mozart and all those
Yeah.
classical music. But you dedicate yourself a lot to contemporary works.
Yeah.
What is it that you enjoy the most presenting contemporary compositions?
And the contemporary compositions, it's all my musicianship is coming all together in it. And all different aspects of performing, of using your voice, and is all in it. How would I say? As there are different types of that contemporary music, there are so lots of variety of styles, and each piece I have to make the right coloring of my voice. So it's not to sing like a recital of, as you say, like Fernando Sor, Garcia Lorca, or Schubert, or so, where you use only a classical type of singing almost. And nowadays, you have some very secure interpretations, of course. But in that kind of music, I see so different musicianship of composing, the use of tempi, tonalities, the rhythms, your flexibility. It's multicultural in its genre.
Right.
And that's what I like, and what is so nice. And those typical, when I choose, each composer has his own. I every time recognize them. So
The
it's they
style,
have their
sure.
own personality,
Sure.
and
Sure.
that is what I like to take. Oh, I say, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
As a composer, do you have a chance to hear your works performed by other people?
Yes, I have.
Question. For me,
Yeah.
it's probably the most terrifying feeling of sitting in the audience and feeling this horror of not being able to control what's happening on the stage because you're now a guest. I belong to composers who have difficulties going through that. Maybe other composers enjoy that. It's very hard for me. How is it for you?
Well, I understand that very much, but sometimes I had collaborations before. So we had a talk, or they asked me, or and mostly I have good interference between for choir music, for chamber music, and so on. So that feels good. So I'm very excited what you will find about my performance. So it's a premiere. So if you have some more indications to do, you can do it, because I will sing it more times this year and other places. So
what are your plans for the upcoming season?
This month I still have Voices of the Oceans with electronic music with some, yeah, how would I say, film and
Okay.
singing, and I wrote some vocal lines on it, and there is a projection with video. And then I have with a old lady, she is 99 years old, Alice Toon, and we will do at the National Theatre in Brussels
Not
a
bad.
whole concert singing that kind of music, Fernando Sor, the Falia, and Garcia Lorca with guitar. And then I have my second recital in Kortrijk for the theater season. And the 1st of December, I have a CD recording in the style of Vangelis, Greek electronic music. And then I have another kind of online concert that was initially planned for the New York Women Composers.
So you're busy.
Yes.
This is wonderful.
And next year I have some other things also. And
Sure.
but these are the newest activities.
Sure. Thank you, Françoise. I just want to mention that New York Women Composers offers an opportunity for performance to apply for seed money grant. And this is how Françoise got connected to New York Women Composers. She was one of the winners of the seed money grants. And the very funny thing that I was on a panel when we were deciding, and when I saw the name from Belgium, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This was my first time on the panel. And I thought, it's good to have exposure in Belgium. And here I am 1.5 years later.
And I'm the only European
sitting with you.
here. And I must say, in 2024, it will be 20 years that I was in New York.
Here we go. It's time to come back to New York. Absolutely.
Thank you so much
Of
for
course.
taking your time for this interview.
And again, it's a show between us. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. Yeah.
We're all done.
When I start talking,
hey.
yeah. You can make a, yeah.